Good evening. It must be Tuesday. It must be Six Nations Lacrosse as we welcome you live inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for a big matchup between the Six Nations Chiefs and the Peterborough Lakers. Mark Pare alongside Darryl Smart here with you. And for the Six Nations Chiefs, they're on quite the roll as of late, but this is kind of a revenge game for them because the lone blemish on their record so far this year, their 8-1 record, that only blemish came back on May 22nd rather. It was a 7-6 defeat to these very same Lakers. This is the first time these two teams meet since then. Assuredly, this is going to be one of those games that the Chiefs here want to make a statement.
You've got that right, Mark, and they've had this one circled on the calendar. Like you said, this Peterborough Lakers team was the lone loss so far this season on the road, albeit a patchwork lineup, no excuses. Peterborough, they were in the same boat. They had a patchwork lineup as well. But now we're at full strength, both sides, full strength. Everybody's here. This is what we've been waiting for. I've had this one circled as soon as we saw this on the calendar. This was the one that we were waiting for.
Holden Catoni leads the scoring for the Peterborough Lakers with 25 points in 6 games. He had the winner in that game back about a month ago. But again, we turn the page. The Six Nations Chiefs have quite as well turned the page. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a lucky 7 in a row. They're looking to make it 8 tonight as we'll send it to floor side for the smoke dance. Excellent job as always. Again, 7 wins in a row for these Six Nations Chiefs, continuing to just hold it down on defense. That has been their MO all season long. Just 48 goals against in 9 outings this season, an 8-1 record. It's really something to behold. We talk about the firepower all the time and the amount of guys that are on this team that are 30, 40, 50 goal scorers in the National Lacrosse League. This NLL All-Star team, if you will. We talk about it all the time, but it's the defense that has really stuck out to me this season more than the offense.
And to be honest, it's been a hallmark of this Chiefs team for almost a decade, or for decades, has been the back end and then going out to the front. And we always, like you said, we talk about that offensive firepower. But boy, oh boy, when you just looking out here, we've got Latrell Harris, Tyson Bell, and Steve Priolo. You know what I mean? You've got guys, Tim Edwards, he's going to take the draw. You've got guys that are stalwarts with their NLL teams. And not to be outsaid, the Peterborough Lakers, they're chock full. They're chock full of all-stars as well. So this is going to be a doozy, my friend.
Well, speaking of all-stars, you look at the matchup in net tonight. Doug Jamieson will get the start here for the Six Nations Chiefs. And a former NLL goaltender of the year, Nick Rose, will get the start here for the Peterborough Lakers as we are underway. And almost everybody goes into the purple circle to try to get possession of the ball off the draw. And it is the Lakers with it early on. Gilray will just leave it back, and he'll just go off for a change. The aforementioned Holden Catoni, wearing number 99, outlets it up. Well underway here at the ILA. Thank you for joining us here on a Tuesday night. Saris over. Shot, that was blocked in front, and Doug Jamieson will just get possession of the ball and move it up.
Nice way to get your first touch when you're the goaltender.
Josh Byrne changed up the kicks. Usually you see him in those purple kicks, but he's got the light blues on. Passes that one in behind, looking for Ryan Smith. Couldn't get full possession, and it is Peterborough moving the ball up. Austin Hayson. Hayson looking. He'll get it back. Thistlethwaite. Now Hayson. Inside, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Turning it around. Catoni with a shot, stopped by Jamieson. Good positioning there by the goaltender. Should mention a couple of suspensions that are being served here tonight. Tyler Biles serving the second of his 2-gamer. And when you look at the Peterborough Lakers side, they also have a suspension of note. It is Thomas Hogarth serving 1 of 1 here this evening.
And that's a big one for the Lakers.
Good kick save there by Rose, and Peterborough is going to move up. Saris. That one was blocked, and here come the Chiefs. Tyson Bell. Back for Latrell. Back to Bell. Bell looking for the shot. Good positioning there by Jake Withers as he got right in front of his man. Lyle Thompson with it now for Josh Byrne.
Got ourselves a great atmosphere in here tonight. Hot week here on Six Nations.
Let me tell you, I did a move on yesterday. Probably wasn't the best decision with the temperature without the humidity, 35 degrees.
That's crazy, man.
It is unbelievable the amount of heat, and you can even feel it in the building here.
Oh yeah, fans are going. The air conditioning's going.
How will it impact this game here tonight? Good shot there by Robinson.
That's hydration is going to be key.
I would imagine you might see maybe 1 or 2 more water breaks for the goaltenders here this evening, just because of the heat.
Yep,
Southern Ontario has been in a heat warning for the last couple of days. There's a shot blocked by Gilray. That was Shane Jackson who had that attempt, number 32.
First world problems, no central air in our house this week. Oh, can't wait for Thursday.
There's a shot, scores! Joe Resiteritz goes 5-hole on Doug Jamieson, make it 1-0 Peterborough.
We're going to look at the replay here, and this is just all great transition by the Lakers. Just going to set things up here, and just a nice outside shot beats Dougie Jamieson.
Resiteritz with an excellent shot. That was pinpoint accuracy by the Philadelphia wing. Make it number 9 on the year for Joe. And just like that, the Six Nations Chiefs find themselves behind the 8 ball.
Resiteritz, he's just such a great shooter. Just a natural goal scorer.
Hope's going to go after it. Grabs it up. But good from behind. That was Lyle Thompson. The officials didn't like it, though, and the Lakers will get the ball. So Austin Hayson will get the helper on Resiteritz' goal. And they're ahead early. McCulley got it back over. The hand is up. A delayed call on the floor. There's a shot. That one off the shoulder. And keeping possession here are the Lakers. There's a shot right at the horn as Braden Saris was trying to just throw that one toward the goal. And the penalty box door is going to open, and it looks like it's going to be Tyson Bell. So Peterborough with the power play. So a slashing call against Bell, and Peterborough will move the ball around here on the man advantage. Saris over looking for that quick stick by McCulley. Just couldn't fully pull the trigger. Saris from the top. There's a shot. That one just missed. Now Byrne throws him over the line, but a good job as well. That is actually Steve Priolo, my apologies. Just a good opportunity there to just shove his man over the center line. Saw the ball, picked it up. Passed over, 7 seconds on the shot clock. That one shot by Dawson Feed, but it's going to go into the corner. Feed, 1-on-3. He's getting mauled there in the corner. 3 different Lakers trying to get that ball. Excellent job by Dawson Feed, staying on top of that ball. A working man shift there, and you can hear this, the approval rather. Now right in front, there's a shot stopped by Rose, point blank on Kaysen Tarbell. And now another man goes down. The hand is up. There's going to be another penalty here against the Chiefs. Kaysen inside. That one was deflected, and it's going to be picked up. And it's going to be a holding call coming here. Point blank chance for Kaysen Tarbell after all of that skirmishing in the corner, in behind the net, right to the front of the net. Tarbell was all alone, one-on-one, and Rose. He was a thorn in Tarbell's side on that one. So Ryan Smith for holding. So a 5-on-3 for about a dozen seconds here. That one's right deflected. Good job there. And Steve Priolo will move it up. Just a good tight triangle right in front of the net. Good defense there by the penalty crew for the Chiefs.
Stay wide.
And losing the stick there was Josh Byrne as he tried to move in. And here's Peterborough. Holding Katoni. Hasten. Resitaritz. He's got the lone goal. Saris over. Dozen seconds on the shot clock. That was wired, but it just missed. Resitaritz inside. Hasten with a shot. Took a cross check at the same time from Ian McKay as the two of them get up, exchange pleasantries, and move away.
That's that hard-nosed defense we were talking about on the beginning of the program, Mark.
Jackson for Cody Jamieson, seeing his first action of the night. Dane Smith trying to move through, or rather that is Randy Stotts. He's getting all held up. Backhand shot right before the horn. Randy Stotts had about everybody all over him there. Just could not get the hand to go up from the official on that occasion. Saris. 10 seconds left on the power play. That one's deflected by Steve Priolo. McCulley is in there. There's a shot stopped by Doug Jamieson yet again. And now another, boom. Looked like the hand went up there for a moment as Ian McKay went one-on-one there with Joe Resitaritz.
Again, just remind me, let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got people from all over the world tuning in. Would love to hear from you.
And don't forget, submit your questions. If you're watching on YouTube, just enter it into the chat. And we will get to those questions during the second intermission. Page, near side, has Larson Sundown on him. Page going in. Good job there on the back check by Larson Sundown. Just knocks the ball loose. Dane Smith looking for a lane. It's back to 5 aside. As Peterborough unable to strike on the power play. Low shot there is going to be kicked away. And now more pushing and shoving as Alex Pace knocks his man down and will get the ball. Quick up the floor is Alex Pace. Moving in, takes the shot, stopped by Jamieson. It's a track meet, folks. Feed with a shot, scores! A little bit of pinball wizardry as Ian McKay ties this game up.
I was just going to say this. You were talking about being a track meet. Ian McKay, this goes part and parcel with his game. He's such an athletic dude. And here it is. There's the ripper on the fast break. He puts her home, and we've got ourselves a 1-1 game here with 10:51 remaining in the first period.
So Ian McKay from Doug Jamieson as the goaltender gets the primary assist. Gilray trying to move in. Quick inside, stopped by Jamieson. Latrell Harris back here for Theed. Theed has some pressure on him. Turns back for Byrne. Up top for Smith. Ryan Smith inside shot. That one stopped. Now the Lakers looking to reset. Ian McKay with his second goal of the season has tied this game up at 1. Risseteritz with the goal for the Peterborough Lakers. He passed that one into the far corner. He's got it back here looking for 2. Stopped by Jamieson. And now up the floor comes Dane Smith. Dane moving in, takes the shot. Oh, he didn't miss that one by much. Jackson. Over, shot, and before the shot could be taken there by Lyle Thompson, a couple of bodies in front of the net. The whistle's flying, and the Lakers will gain possession. Page. He'll just leave that one back. Very quick pace to this first period. We're about 11 minutes into this one. I don't think the heat is affecting these guys one bit. Inside, that one's deflected. Here's Latrell Harris for Martin. Martin in, goes, shot, and it is stopped by Nick Rose. Holds it on the goal line.
That's a great save by Nick Rose. That's one thing that he's going to bring to this Lakers lineup. Just a whole lot of confidence in that back end. We're talking about a guy that was one of the nominees for goaltender of the year. One of the best in the world.
He came well regarded, a longtime Toronto Rock, traded over to the Calgary Roughnecks. And then I think it was about a month later where his MSL rights were acquired from Oakville.
Yeah.
Now inside shot, that one missed. Dawson Theed got the pick play going. Now Byrne with a shot, stopped by Rose. And you see that positioning from Nick Rose. Put that one on your highlight reel and your demo takes, kids. If you're looking for positioning as a goaltender, that's one of the best in the world, and that's exactly where you put your stick on that one. Hasten. Priolo moves it up. This is McKay. Now, Dane Smith back over to McKay. Off the bench is Brendan Bomberry. Bomberry trying to go in. He was getting muscled away from that one by Burkhoff for Chief. Albeit briefly. Burkhoff brothers also part of a big deal coming over to the Lakers a few weeks back. And now the whistle's going to go as Lyle Thompson was knocked down. Jake Withers will move up the floor.
Just some people tuning in. We've got Jake watching in from San Francisco. We've got Sanborn, New York, Halifax, Albany, New York, Nova Scotia.
They come from everywhere. These are some of the best players in the world as that one was saved.
Rochester. We've got someone tuning in from Peru, by the way.
Hey, everywhere in the world. We're touching all quadrants. Risseteritz in, shot by Catoni, stopped by Jamieson. Well, if you're so inclined, there's about 6 minutes left to go in this first period. We're going to answer questions during the second intermission.
Yep.
But if you go to the National Lacrosse League site, Anna Taylor did a phenomenal article on Larson Sundown. It's titled Larson Sundown's Game is Grounded in Tradition. If you have 10 minutes to spare during that first intermission, it'll give you enough time to read that one and digest it before the second period. An excellent job by Anna. I was reading it earlier on today and just talking about his travels, his childhood, working in his mom's shop. It's a very good read. I highly recommend it. NLL.com, and just go to the news page for that one.
Props to Anna, a good friend. She does a great job with the NLL, and she's also the media person for the Lakers.
That's right. So I'm sure she's listening.
Yep. Shout out to Mike Davies, Peterborough Examiner. He'll be watching this one from his home. We'll be writing about the game.
Here's Dane Smith. Inside, quick stick there from Shane Jackson, stopped by Rose. Well, there's no two ways about it. This could be a low-scoring game. There's a lot of firepower, but these two teams are so rooted in their defense. I mean, we talked about the defense for the Six Nations Chiefs as a team. It is tough to get a ball by Nick Rose. There's a shot, another save by Jamieson. And when you do get by the defense of the Chiefs, Doug Jamieson's one of the best in the world. Feed. On the near side, gets it for Lyle Thompson. Up top for Bomberry. Brendan Bomberry trying to turn around, trying to find an angle. Out in front, looking for Lyle Thompson, and it is knocked loose. Good job by Bomberry yet again to get it loose. Still at it. A heck of a slash there on Dylan Hutchinson. And it's going to go out of play. And now the whistle is going to go. And it looks like they're going to call for a water break, perhaps. While the Chiefs were in transition, the whistle was already going, and I don't think they heard it immediately, but again, partner, it is hot.
It's hot in here, that's for sure. And the air's on. That's what the crazy part is.
I think I'm going to take a water break here, too.
You know what? This is what we were expecting, Mark. You know what I mean? We knew this one was going to be a tight one. We got 4 minutes left in the first period, and it's a 1-1 game. Both defenses working really hard. Both defenses really digging in here. This is great defensive lacrosse right now.
It'll be Chiefs ball when we get reset. An excellent battle between these two teams. Again, Six Nations at 8-1 on the year. Peterborough 7-2. Second of 3 meetings this season between these two powerhouses in Major Series Lacrosse. Heck, powerhouses just in Senior A lacrosse across the country.
Yep. Top two teams, two of the top 2 teams in the country battling it out right here.
Gilray trying to find his man Ogilvy. He lost it, and the Chiefs will come back the other way. Well, it's a battle of the last, well, count them up, several Mann Cup championships.
Yep.
These are the two teams that have done it. Lyle inside looking for that route from Justin Martin. Thistlethwaite looking for the Hail Mary feed all the way up, trying to find Armstrong. Good job there. Right in behind, that was Kellen Leclerc. Good to see him back on the floor.
Yep.
Haven't really seen him all too much this season. He played last week, albeit briefly.
Recovering from a very physical NL season. Did a little traveling as well, I saw.
Yes, he did.
It always has a smile on his face. He's pretty happy to be
back. Deflection shot there.
That's a heads-up play by
Brendan Bomberry was looking to catch Nick Rose sleeping. Just could not get the angle.
And Nick Rose, not to be outdone on that one. What a save. That's a heads-up save. You got Sioux Falls, South Dakota, St. Catharines, Beaufort, South Carolina, Red Deer, Alberta, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
There's a shot, scores. Holden Katoni From long range there, he beats Doug Jamieson, make it 2-1 Peterborough.
That's just Holden Catoni doing what he does best. He just from the outside here, and he's just going to let go of a shot. Here, looking at the replay. And again, using the defender, he had Ian McKay coming at him. And he had Ian McKay coming at him. And he used that split second where he put the stick out.
Number 16, Joe Rezateras. Catoni from Saris and Rezateras.
So Saris and Rezateras will get the helpers. So make it a goal and a helper for Joe. And the Lakers have themselves up in front. First goal in about 8 minutes' time as these two teams, despite the track meet, only 3 goals to show for it with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Page takes that shot and Latrell Harris just feeds him in. Here's Kellen LeClaire. He'll just leave it off there. Into the corner, 90 seconds to go in the period. Now inside shot off the shoulder and out of play as Lyle Thompson was looking to tie the game. Lyle passed it over for Byrne. Byrne trying to cut in, had a man in his way. Got it over, shot, no! That one hit iron. Oh, so close to tie this game. That looked like a deflection. It hit the crossbar, bounced down, and stayed out. The official in excellent position to see that one. Byrne trying to move in. Inside, scores!
Oh,
Shane Jackson, a little shimmy to tie this one at 2.
And Shane Jackson's just quietly gone about his business this season. But man, he's been putting up numbers. I think he's 3rd place in scoring on the Six Nations Chiefs. And right here, just Josh Byrne doing a great job creating space. And then on the left side, Shane Jackson cuts in just 2 steps and gets that quick stick by Nick Rose. And we're tied up at 2 goals apiece with 52 seconds remaining here in the first period.
Shane Jackson with goal number 9 on the year. That'll tie him with Byrne for 3rd place in goal scoring.
Scored by number 32, Shane Jackson. Assist number 22, Josh Byrne.
Now he didn't stay. He did stay behind the line. And Bomberry is going to get the other helper too. 32 seconds to go in the period. Gilray on the near side. About 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gilray looking, shooting, stop by Jamieson.
It's a big stop.
Gets it right back though, and the whistle's gonna go. And immediately the whistle will signal a timeout called by the Peterborough Lakers with 11.5 seconds to go in the period as they look for a buzzer beater to take into the locker room.
Unplug it.
So again, the Lakers took a 1-0 lead. Six Nations responds. Peterborough scores yet again. Six Nations responds. It's been a game of responses so far in this game. And not really much to show in terms of runs here so far. That's where these two teams really shine in their respective games. It's just going on those 3-goal runs, those 4-goal runs. Really makes a difference in a game. I don't think you're going to see much of a run in this one. Both of these two teams know the assignment. And it has been a tough assignment in what has probably been the hottest week of the year. You have 2 of the hottest teams in the league going at it here on a Tuesday night. McCauley for Hayson. Rezateras into the corner. What do they have? Set up! Resetarits scores! Just like they drew up, Joe Resetarits makes it 3-2 Peterborough.
That's a huge goal for the Peterborough Lakers to not sound like Captain Obvious as we look at the replay. And Joe Resetarits, just such a great goal scorer on this one. They move it around just like they drew it up.
That's why you take the timeout, set up a play like that, and it's just
You got that right.
Work the perimeter, get it in behind. Resetarits is able to sneak in, makes no mistake.
91, Tate Catoni. Number 27, Braden Saris.
So Tate Catoni and Braden Saris will draw the helpers, and it is a 3-2 game heading into the break. Not unexpected of a first period between these two sides, considering the amount of talent on them. Darryl Smart, what were your thoughts on that first period?
That was tight. It was a great first period of lacrosse. You know, I mean, the Peterborough Lakers played a fantastic home first period. They were trying to take the crowd out. We got a good crowd here at the ILA. They just did a great job of kind of getting the crowd out of it and keeping the Six Nations Chiefs at bay and striking when they took advantage of their opportunities. Let's face it on that one. They did a great job on that. Six Nations Chiefs, they just got to press a little bit more. They got to maybe use that track meet mentality, which they've been using throughout this season. Maybe in the second period, you might see that transitional play kind of come into play.
Well, there was that gap, right? About an 8-minute gap between the 1-1 goal and the 2-1 goal. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. These two teams trying to break through the defense, trying to break through these two goaltenders. But sooner or later, the dam has to crack. It cracked a little bit, but it didn't break. As we send it to break, we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. Again, the score 3-2 Peterborough after 20 minutes of play. This is Major Series Lacrosse on YouTube. Welcome back inside the ILA, getting ready for second period action between the Six Nations Chiefs and the Peterborough Lakers. Mark Pare, Darryl Smart here with you as both teams get set to switch sides as we take a look at the scoring summary for that first period. Well, it got underway a few minutes in at 16:34. It was Joe Resiteritz from Austin Hazen. That made it 1-0 Peterborough. Six Nations would respond about 6 minutes later, about halfway to go through the period. It was Ian McKay from Doug Jamieson, a quick strike to tie it at 1. But Holden Katoni comes bearing down from long range. Makes it 2-1 Peterborough. That one from Braden Saris and Joe Resiteritz. Shane Jackson would tie the game up yet again, just under a minute to go in the period from Josh Byrne and Brendan Bomberry. But then Resiteritz with his second of the game, 3.9 seconds left on the clock. Tate Katoni and Braden Saris draw the helpers. Best player on the floor so far, it seems, just looking at the scoreboard, has to be Joe Resiteritz. He has been involved in all 3 Peterborough goals as we get set for the second period.
And as expected, Joe Resiteritz is going to be the stalwart offensive player for the Peterborough Lakers.
Underway quickly. Trying to rush through is Priolo, trying to get around Withers. Priolo trying to move around. He loses the ball. Withers will pick it up. Moved up the floor. Ogilvie with some speed, bearing down, takes the shot, stopped by Jamieson. So Resiteritz equals Hazen for the team lead with 10 goals with his 2 in the first period. Shane Jackson, by the way, he's got number 9 on the year. Randy Stotts trying to move through a crowd. It's crowded in there in front of the goal. 7 on the shot clock. Inside shot stopped by Rose. And the hands go up, and it is going to be Chiefs ball.
It's a great quick stick save by Nick Rose.
Someone in the chat asking about the suspension to Tyler Biles. He got a 2-gamer, so this is the last of those 2 games that he'll be serving. Inside shot, scores! Talk about goal scoring. The league leader comes through. Make it 2-4 for Ryan Smith.
And we sound like a broken record talking about Ryan Smith and what he's brought to the Chiefs table this summer. He has been a goal-scoring machine, my friend. And this is just, he's a bull in a china shop. He's a big body. And this play, he's just a big bull in a china shop and goes right inside and can't be touched and isn't denied by Nick Rose. He ties this one up.
Byrne and Feed will draw the helpers on number 24 on the season. And the whistles fly right off the draw. So Byrne's got a pair of helpers, and Feed's on the board for the first time tonight. Lakers looking to respond. I said it before. You know, this is a game of runs, but the runs just haven't been there for either side. They know how to respond. It's been a game of responses more than runs in this game.
And that's kind of typical of a Six Nations Peterborough game. It's how you stop that run and what you could do to maintain one.
Here's Lyle. Got it over. Shane Jackson with a shot. He was looking for the one-hopper, but just missed. Now inside, shot by Byrne, kicked away by Rose. John Tavares sending out quite the artillery of firepower here. Jackson scores! Six Nations with its first lead of the night. Shane Jackson putting it in.
And sorry about that, Mark. We were talking about that in the first period about Shane Jackson. He's kind of just quietly gone about business. And the guy can just a pure goal scorer, does it in different ways. This just going from up top and finding that little sliver of room by Nick Rose and beats him. And now the Six Nations Chiefs have that 4-3 lead with 18:01 to go here in the second period.
Well, they came out very quickly, have the Six Nations Chiefs trailing 3-2 after the first. They now have a 4-3 lead.
I think during the intermission, players spoke amongst themselves. Could see that happening. It happens often with this group, veterans.
Passed it back there. Tate Katoni moving in, takes the shot. That one was deflected, and it'll be scooped up.
It's a big shot by Tate. Wound up hard on that one.
Dane Smith. Right off the benches, Ryan Smith. He'll circle the wagon around in behind the goal. Randy Stotts now. Back here for Smith. Smith to the far side. Shot whipped on goal. Stopped by Rose. A bullet there from Dawson Feed. Now a home run feed. Thistlethwaite. Good defense by Steve Priolo. And gets the ball back.
Steve Priolo, the outdoor teacher out in the Muskoka area, showing that athleticism.
Here's Bomberry. And now Cody Jamieson getting into the middle of it with Jake Withers. And here come a few others.
Feed coming to the aid of Cody Jamieson. Look at the replay on that as they settle things around here. There's the pushing and shoving.
It's getting a little spicy in the ILA right now.
I think so. It got spicy last week. With Coburg playing 2 games within a week.
And these are 2 fierce rivals. There's no surprise.
Biggest rivalry in lacrosse.
There's a shot. That one's blocked. Inside shot, and that one is robbed by Doug Jamieson. Now up the floor come the Chiefs. Inside, looking over. Trying to find Josh Byrne. But unable to find him there was Ian McKay. Now the Lakers come the other way. That one shot low and misses.
Ward's getting a workout right now.
Lakers looking to tie it. Chiefs with 2 goals in the first 2 minutes to take the 4-3 lead. There's a shot. Good job to go down there. Doug Jamieson protects the bottom of the net well.
Lots of people from Peterborough watching. Nice welcome aboard, and you'll more than likely be able to watch this one on your TV, the Peterborough area as well, and our friends at Rogers. So thanks for tuning in.
That one's blocked as Josh Byrne tried to feather it through a lane. Well, if you are watching on your TV or Rogers, we got to find a way to get them interactive as well. I mean, we get the questions all the time from YouTube. There's a shot. That one just missed.
I was going to say
throw up our X feeds.
I was going to say shoot me I don't even use Twitter anymore, man.
You don't use Twitter?
You know what? After the toilet bowl that it was, it turned into.
Wait. Hold on just a minute. As the whistles are blowing here at the ILA. That one was right in front of the penalty box. There was a whole lot of conjunction at the junction in front of the box. And out of it all, the Chiefs will get the ball here. Cody Jamieson. Cody gets that one slashed out. Lyle with a shot. That one's blocked. Bomberry in for Lyle. Lyle Thompson, backhand pass, great feed, and shot stopped by Rose on Brendan Bomberry. Now they're looking for it again. Lyle Thompson with a shot. That one stopped again. So he was trying to catch Rose going the other way, but Rose was not fooled.
Lyle Thompson with a 2-step on a number of occasions on that series.
It remains 4-3. McCulley got it over. Shot, stopped, rebound, loose in front. Gilway with a shot. Dougie didn't know where it was. Another shot. And that one missed. And now more hacking and slashing as Tyson Bell takes out his man McCulley. Dane with a shot stopped by Rose.
I love a good goaltenders duel, and we've got one tonight.
Withers to the far side for Braden Saris. Near side for Holden Catoni. The Desert Dog moves up, takes the shot, stopped, rebound, picked up here by the Lakers yet again. That's Mike Robinson. Into the corner. Inside, quick stick, shot by Mike Robinson, another save. Now a backhand shot, and Doug Jamieson,
Clip
just
that.
a reactionary save there.
Clip that. He made 3-4 saves in that series, and Doug Jamieson with some great anticipation during that series.
Here's Randy Stotts now, looking for that lane. Doesn't on the shot clock, inside, looking for Ryan Smith, couldn't pull the trigger. Josh Byrne with a high shot, that one just missed. He didn't miss up top by much. And the horn is going to go as the shot clock expires. That latest shot from Byrne went high. It didn't hit the net. Peterborough looking for a quick strike as they look to tie this game. Tate Catoni on the near side. Kellen Leclerc, good defense there. Forces him to the outside. Tate Catoni with a shot kicked away. Oh, you can feel the sweat up here, partner. I think we need more fans up here.
That fan's working overtime just above us to the right.
Resitaritz for Holden Catoni. Inside shot, scores! Joe Resitaritz with a hat trick, and that one a highlight reel goal, and this game is tied.
Highlight reel goal indeed. Joe Resitaritz putting on an offensive clinic. This is just a beautiful athletic play and a great pass here to Catoni to Resitaritz, who dives in. That was a beaut. Watching some great lacrosse, both teams playing some great lacrosse. Partner, we knew this was going to happen. This is an old-fashioned slugfest between two heavyweights right now.
Now they've marked it down as Robert Hope's goal.
We all know that was not Robert Hope.
No, it was not. That was, and that's with all due respect to Mr. Hope.
Yes.
I mean, he's got the resume to speak for himself, the captain of the Colorado Mammoth.
Yep.
But Joe Resitaritz was El Fuego, as hot as this weather has been on that goal.
It's been hot tonight, that's for sure. He's got the hot stick. As Montreal, Quebec, and Boston, New York, Peterborough. We've got Tennessee, Steenburg, New York, Nanaimo, BC, Vancouver Island, Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's great to hear from everyone all over the world watching Major Series Lacrosse here from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena.
Looking for the quick transition here. Chiefs have the ball back.
Number 43, Brandon McCulley. Hope from Armstrong and McCulley.
So Hope from Armstrong and McCulley drawing the helpers on that latest goal from Joe Resitaritz. Makes it a 4-4 game. This has been a very good matchup between these two teams. Cody Jamieson, 7 on the shot clock. Trying to turn through there as Feed takes the shot. And a save made by Nick Rose.
It's just great work on the defense by the Peterborough Lakers. Dawson Theed usually has the opportunity to just kind of bully his way inside. And that Peterborough defense wasn't letting him inside at all. That's just great defense.
Robinson inside. Shot stopped by Doug Jamieson. Point blank. I believe that was on Braden Saris.
Tyson Bell with a nice pass. He's getting married on Friday.
Yes, he is. Congratulations to Beller.
Balls
Far side. Inside, looking, shooting. That was Shane Jackson, but Rose with another save. We have said that a number of times here this evening. Passed up. There's a shot stopped by Doug Jamieson. Shots are relatively even, too. 25-24 in favor of the Lakers. Unable to handle that was Theed. McKay will scoop it back up, though. Into the corner. Lyle Thompson. Good stutter step there. Lyle looking, shooting, trying to find five-hole. Rose says, nah.
Rose looked behind him, but he was pretty confident he had all of it. Just why, if we were able to watch the replay on this, if we had picture-in-picture on it, to see Lyle Thompson with just creating space with his feet on that play.
There we go. There's a shot. Another save by Doug Jamieson. Priolo. He's got Jackson with him. Same with Byrne, and a long-range shot goes wide. Off the bench is Randy Stotts. He'll leave it here. Another man fresh off the bench is Brendan Bomberry. Bomberry looking inside shot. Rose with another save as they tried to find Byrne cutting through.
That was a great save by Nick Rose.
Thistlethwaite. Into the corner here for McCulley. McCulley has Dane Smith all over him on defense. The great Dane gallops up the floor, looking for a lane. Dane in, looking for high shoulder on the left side, but just missed. And that's a one and done, as here comes Hutchinson for Peterborough. Tied at 4 with 8 and change to go in the second. Hutchinson behind the goal, got it over to the far side. That's Johnny Pearson. Or rather, that was Rissa Terrace. There's a shot stopped by Dougie. Home run feed down the floor. It was deflected, or else that one would have went right to Ian McKay. McKay will knock it loose, and just a good heads-up play by Ian, seeing Justin Martin coming up the floor. He was going to get to that ball first and just knocked it to him.
Jonathan was saying he's got a friend from Cuba, New York.
There's a shot, scores! Shane Jackson, 5-4 in Six Nations.
That's the Shane Jackson and Joe Rezzaterritz show tonight. Again, just Shane Jackson, we say it over and over, quietly going about business, and ripped it from about the exact same location as his first goal. And he's got 3 tonight.
It'll be Jackson from Ryan Smith and Justin Martin, making it a 5-4 game as Jackson has the hat trick. And for Shane Jackson, he's got 11 on the year. 2 behind Lyle Thompson for second on the team. The aforementioned Lyle can't get to the ball. Hutchinson passes it up. And now more pushing and shoving as the whistle goes. And turning the ball over. Dane Smith trying to find his man in transition. That was Cody Jamieson, but he just missed.
That was a good heads-up play by the Chiefs, trying to catch the Lakers on their toe or on their heels, but no can do on that one.
Jackson's second hat trick of the season. Finishing it off, making it a 5-4 game here for Six Nations. Peterborough looking to respond though. McCulley in, takes the shot. It's in the equipment. Doug didn't know where it was, but he holds on to it. There has not been a run longer than 2 in this game. No surprise.
Well, no surprise at all. And that's the chess match between the Lakers and Chiefs.
Feed with a shot stopped. Rebound, looking to get to it is Randy Stotts. In there too is Bomberry. Bomberry slams his man in. Couple of hacks and slashes. Bomberry will get to it. Excellent job by Brendan Bomberry. He lost it. And picked up here by Colton Armstrong.
Colton Armstrong had his head up. Thank goodness, because Dawson Thief was coming in with a full head of steam.
And remember, folks, put in your questions. We'll answer them during the second intermission.
Yeah, we don't have many questions tonight, so get them in there.
There's a bouncer from Mike Robinson. Loose ball in front, scooped up here by Six Nations. Up the floor is Dane Smith. Smith looking, shooting, stopped by Rose. Now up top, shot, scores! Ian McKay from the Great Dane make it 6-4, Six Nations.
Man, oh man, that was just relentless effort by Ian McKay and Dane Smith. Dane Smith could have easily just said, you know what, I'm going to let that go after the shot. Went after the loose ball, picked it up, passed it over to his buddy Ian McKay, who hit a home run. And now the Six Nations Chiefs have a 6-4 lead over the Peterborough Lakers here with 5:40 to go.
So for Ian McKay, his second of the game. And McKay has made it 6-4. His second and his third of the season.
Number 15, Kaysen Tarmel. McKay from Smith
and Kaysen Tarmel getting his first career point here in Major Series Lacrosse, getting the secondary assist on that goal. 5 and change to go in the second period. Loose ball on the far side. Trying to get it loose there was Josh Byrne, and 4 different guys go in there, and Jackson isn't liking too much of what was happening there, so he comes in for a conversation.
The bumper cars and the wrestling ensue.
And you can hear the yelling and screaming from the Six Nations bench.
Too many men, they were yelling.
Yes, indeed, and they're going to get it. So it'll be a power play here for the Six Nations Chiefs. It'll be their first power play of the night. And that, I think everybody on that bench was yelling and screaming for that one.
That's for sure.
So here we go, power play here for Six Nations, already up by 2. Shooting, and that one stays out somehow. As that was Cody Jamieson whipping that one.
Jammer just winding up, and Nick Rose bettering him on that one.
Pace. Looking to adjust his pace. Holding on to it, leaves it for Catoni, just trying to kill off some penalty kill time.
I like that. That was good play on words. I love that one.
Just comes to me sometimes, partner. Robinson, far side, 2 on the shot clock. That one's going to bounce in on Dougie, and Six Nations will move up the floor.
You a Scrabble guy?
Somewhat. I haven't played in a while.
Wife and I have a board up in the kitchen. It's just a endless game.
See, that's nice. I like that.
I don't think I've ever beat her.
Cody going in, losing the ball, and it's going to be Peterborough ball. More of a, I don't know. Love the game of Clue. I'm a Monopoly guy, although try to stick with the mobile version just because it gets messy.
Yes.
You play for several hours, and you have all the pieces everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I've got a 7-year-old, so pieces go everywhere.
I believe it, partner. That one's going to go out of play. Six Nations have the last 2 goals. They're up by 2 here with 3:20 to go in the second. Lyle Thompson.
Keep those questions coming in. I've seen a couple here.
Lyle, backhand pass to Randy Stotts. Randy turning around, over, looking, Lyle, shot, that one's blocked. Into the corner for Shane Jackson for Theed. 2 on the shot clock, that one's deflected, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. The Lakers will get the ball here. Hope feeds it up. Carter Page back to 5 aside here at the ILA. Robinson looking, shooting, that one missed. Well, I think that actually was stopped by Jamison. He moved the net.
Oh, that was beautiful.
What a shot by Mike Robinson, and just could not hit pay dirt there.
That was beautiful.
Here's Holden Katoni. Left it back. Resiteritz up top. Finds his man Page. Into the corner. There's a shot. That one goes underneath Dougie. Goes wide and all the way down the floor come the Chiefs. Dane in. Shot. Stopped by Rose. Couldn't pick up the ball.
Just Nick Rose with so much confidence. Just nonchalantly hitting that one with the shoulder.
We're under 2 minutes to go in the second. Keep those questions coming, folks. We'll get that second intermission Q&A going for you. Holden Katoni with a shot. Didn't miss by much. 5 on the shot clock. They're yelling for it. McCulley, one-handed. That one went through the crease.
We'll tackle all questions. Last week it was curly fries or waffle fries.
I think we went into concert experiences at one point.
I think so. We do repeats.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Oh, inside. Great pickoff there by Matt Gilray.
Actually shooting a concert on Saturday, doing some content.
It's fantastic. Gilray with a shot. Shoulder saved by Dougie. And it goes out of play. It'll be Lakers ball.
April Wine.
April Wine. Okay.
April Wine and the Wild High from Hamilton.
I've seen them play.
They're awesome. John Harvey, formerly of Monster Truck. And his new band.
More whistles go there, and it'll be Six Nations ball with 49 seconds to go.
The big city of Port Rowan, Ontario.
Turning around is Theed, trying to muscle his way to the net. He's going to draw a penalty.
Might get 2 penalties here, I think. Bomber might be heading to the box as well. The late hit.
And you can see the argument from Robert Hope. He might be the one hitting to the getting the gate here. Yes, indeed. And I think that's actually going to be the only penalty. Unless, no, Armstrong's just walking to the bench. So it'll be another power play here for the Six Nations Chiefs, who are up by 2. There was a buzzer beater for the Lakers in the first period. Chiefs holding on to the ball. Cody, backhand pass. Josh Byrne. Randy, back to Byrne. Byrne looking, shooting, stopped by Rose. Bounces into the corner. Loose ball. Here is Cody Jamison. Back over. Randy over. Shot, kick, save. What a save by Nick Rose.
What a save indeed. He's had a couple you could clip for highlight reels.
2 on the clock, and that is going to do it for the second period of play. My goodness, Nick Rose living up to his reputation on that kick save. And we remain 6-4 through 2 periods of play here at the ILA.
What a great period of lacrosse. Again, when the Lakers and Chiefs get together, it's always a great game to watch, but man, this one's a great one. That's for sure.
So again, the scoring, it looks like this. Shane Jackson with a hat trick. Ian McKay has a pair. And Ryan Smith, his 24th of the season, leading Major Series Lacrosse in that category. That's the scoring for the Six Nations Chiefs. Joe Resiteritz with a hat trick, getting his third goal in the second period. But that goal, the only goal scored by the Peterborough Lakers in that second period of play. As I think it might be time for questions, partner.
You want it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I might actually
here.
join you for this one a little bit more, just because I have all of my ducks in a row up here.
You have your ducks in a row. Twitter's. I just like it. Someone did agree with me about Twitter being down on the toilet, but I digress. Let's see. What's your go-to Taco Bell order? Oh, guess what? Had Taco Bell the other on Sunday night. Not gonna lie. How about you? I've got it fired up.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really eat Taco Bell.
No,
I haven't been there.
Guilty pleasure, brother.
The last time I had Taco Bell, it was open in Timmins, Ontario, and I think I might have been 10.
It's a guilty pleasure, man. I had the Doritos Los Tacos meal.
Although I do
With
love
a burrito.
going to a food truck, give me a Dorito bag. They cut it open, throw some sour cream on there, throw some fixins on there.
Especially here on 6, there's a couple places tacos in a bag. That was my last. That was my last meal when I was working with Six Nations, the Grand River. My last day of work there in Central Admin, they were like, "What do you want?" And I said, "Taco in a bag." So we went with that. Man Cup projections. That's a great one. I like that. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not as up to speed with what's happening out west. But for my money, with the way the defense has been playing, and it sounds very homerish of me to say, but I think Six Nations has it.
Yeah.
Especially with them being up to full strength, picking up some reinforcements.
Yep.
You know, they're an even deadlier team than they were a year ago.
Yeah, they totally are.
But that's taken nothing away from, you know, teams like the Peterborough Lakers
Brooklyn
who are going to
Lacrosse Club, they're also going to make a run.
Yeah, Brooklyn's going to make a run for it. Coburg, if they can cut down the penalty minutes, they might do some damage. I'm very impressed with what the Owen Sound North Stars are doing this season as well. Yep. They are just 3-5 on the year, but another upstart team in this league that are just trying to make a name for themselves.
So who's your projection? East-West. The West is hosting this year.
I'm going to let you handle the West.
Okay.
Although, just in reading, I mean, New West has a pretty good team this year.
New West has been good.
I honestly think it's going to be Six Nations and New West.
Really? Nice. I'm going to say Six Nations, I think. I think they've really brought it to the table. But you know what? Off the top of my head, I'm predicting it's going to be a rematch of last year's Man Cup.
All right.
I think Victoria is sneaking in there. They're like, just looking at the standings here, you got New West in first, Coquitlam and Victoria. But you know what? I don't know. That's a tough one. Initially, I thought it was going to be a Victoria and Six Nations Man Cup. But you know what? All three of those teams have really bulked up. And you know what? X Factor, Christian Del Bianco with the Adnex. You know what I mean? So
you know what?
It's not a prediction. I think right now I could see Six Nations and Coquitlam playing, which would be really cool. To be honest, I can't remember the last time Coquitlam has been in the Man Cup. So that would be really cool to see.
All right, what do we got next?
Why is there air conditioning over the Six Nations bench? Only home floor advantage, my friend. And that thing is that's one of those units in football where they have you can get the spray.
I went down. This is my process now, because everything I do is I write it down for rosters and make sure. So I always go down there and see our friend Rob Mahood down there doing a great job on the PA. And I'll go down there and take a picture of some of the rosters. I will walk by that fan, and I feel like I'm blowing away.
Oh, my gosh.
It is unbelievable the amount of power in that fan.
They got that thing last year, and they didn't even really use it. But it's one of those ones where you can put the water to make the mist, like in the football games. Oh, yes. Man, the thing is sweet. Hear me out. NL All-Star team versus PLL All-Star team in a game of sixes. I'm going to take this one first, Mark, if you don't mind. I'm going to say NLL. In a game of sixes, you've got these guys, and again, just look on the floor who you've got. Between Dane Smith, Josh Byrne, Tyson Bell on defense. Just down at the other end, Hogarth's not here, but Hogarth, Withers, you know what I mean? The Cotonis, they play both, and they're very quick. And all these guys, well, when the Olympics comes to Los Angeles, you'll notice guys from both of these teams will be representing either Haudenosaunee Nationals or Team Canada or the Americans.
I like that you started talking Olympics, partner, because that's a conversation as well about Haudenosaunee representation for sixes in Los Angeles.
Yep.
I know there's conversations about it and how that ends up working. I guess what's the latest from what you're hearing from that?
Honestly, it's still a work in progress. If I'm a predictor, it's going to happen. I could see it happening because I don't know. I cannot, for the life of me, see Olympic lacrosse without the Haudenosaunee there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree.
And I think to all the other nations see that, and just to look no further than Ireland a couple of years ago, stepping aside during the World Games and saying we're taking away our we don't deserve to be here, or we deserve to be here, but Haudenosaunee Nationals deserve to be here even more. So that's my prediction.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Pat McAfee on his show a couple of weeks back gave his thumbs up for having the Haudenosaunee Nationals at the Olympic Games. He's really been a huge supporter of lacrosse over the last little while, and if he gives the thumbs up, I'll give a thumbs up as well. Guy knows what he's talking about.
Why do some Chiefs players have nameplates? I don't think we have nameplates on these jerseys.
No, there's no nameplates
There
at
are
all.
no nameplates on these jerseys. The gray ones that we wore in game number 1 had those nameplates on, the orange nameplates, but they were all sold out. They went to the ILA Sports and were sold out that Friday when ILA Sports decided to sell those. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think this year, I think it's playing for the name on the front and not the name on the back. Come playoff time, I could see the nameplates coming on.
All right, next question.
How can we get a streaming service like ESPN or TSN Plus or even CBC Gem, in my mind, to pick up MSL and WL broadcasts? Hustler Lacrosse, totally agree with you, my friend. I think MSL and the WLA, in my perfect world, and again, I'm no longer with the MSL executive, so I can kind of sound off on this one. Because when I was there, all I wanted was streaming for every game. Every game should be on cable and and streamed. Honestly, I'm going to call out the teams in the league right now. We're the only broadcast doing live streaming right now. Our friends in Peterborough, our friends in Coburg, Oakville, under Your TV, they've got their cable agreement, which is great, and I'm glad. But just that's more of a company-wide thing where they don't stream their products, and by all means, I totally respect that one. But as far as the others, it's a need. It's a need. It's not a want anymore. It's a need. We need to have MSL online for the world to watch. And proof is right here in front of us, my friend.
Yep.
We got people tuning in from Peru, Japan, all over the States, all over Canada. You know what I mean? And it's both leagues should get together. They should make a package maybe. I know WLA has their streaming service. It's pay-per-view. I know some people want a pay-per-view model. I'm not a fan of that. I think it should be free. It should be sponsorship-based. And again, if you want to sponsor our broadcast, we'd love to have you because it's not cheap putting this thing together, and we're doing this basically almost as a hobby. I don't want to tell my wife that one with the amount of money I've put into this this gear, but yeah, it's we're not making money off this thing right now, and we need sponsors to get it going. And if you want MSL games on the road, you need to sponsor. Simple as that. We need the funds. I can't do it for free. That's for sure. I'm going to call it out. Say it like it is.
Huge. It puts you onto the road and allows you to travel with these teams and try to expand the footprint, if you will.
I just went off. Sorry, man. That's a conversation I am very, very passionate about.
And it's a conversation that is above my pay grade, so I'm going to stay out of it.
It's a conversation I've beaten my head against the wall with.
Anyway, we are back here at the ILA. Third period action just getting underway. Six Nations with 6 on the board. Peterborough Lakers down by 2. And it's a power play here to start the third for the Six Nations Chiefs. Back and forth they go. Top power play unit on. Smith for Cody. Cody Jamieson looking for some room. Jammer passes it over. Quick stick. Save by Rose on Ryan Smith.
That's a great save by Nick Rose. Save early. That's a good sign if you're a Peterborough Lakers fan.
Rose has been a difference maker in this one. He made probably one of the best saves I have seen all season.
Yep.
Late in that second period, that kick save off of that quick stick. And there's a shot on goal, stopped by Dougie.
Keep your questions going for next week.
Just remember what sets off Darryl.
Oh, man. Sorry, Lynn.
Here's Dawson Feed. Got it over. Inside, Shane Jackson looking for the low shot. That one is stopped.
Our commissioner, Lynn Withers, who does an amazing job. She's more than likely tuning in.
Buttering her up after the fact.
She's awesome.
She is awesome, I have to say. Now inside, Shane Jackson dives in. Another save by Rose. Shots on goal remain pretty tight. 34-32 in favor of Six Nations.
What do you think in this third period, my friend? What do you think? Last shot wins, I think.
I think it might be, partner. Last shot wins indeed. But Peterborough's got to do something here in the early going to set the tone. Austin Hazen trying to get around the defense. There's a one-hopper from Robinson. It misses. And right before the shot clock expires, that shot sent down, and I don't think Cody James, or rather that was Larson Sundown, liked that late shot from Mike Robinson.
Dan, he's a guy named Lyle, too, in the Sixes conversation. Yep. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, I think he would be very much up there in the Sixes conversation. Here he played a little bit of field in his day.
He's not a bad player.
Not a bad player at all.
Last 4 digits, 7-4.
Got me all wound up.
Him and Randy, I mean, the way that those two can connect.
I love watching these two play.
Bressaterets inside was looking for a man sneaking in there, but it went right in on goal. Here's Dane Smith. Definitely would be part of the Olympic Games coming up.
Dane, I think he was the captain of Team Canada during the box Worlds.
I believe so. Bounce pass is going to be intercepted here. Here comes Hutchinson. He's got Withers, he's got Tate Katoni, and he's just going to peel back. Lakers looking for a response. Hasten with a shot, stopped, rebound, and good job there by Larson Sundown to just gain possession. Edwards for Thompson. He's just going to leave it back for Ryan Smith. For Byrne. Byrne cutting in, has to turn back around, finds Cody Jamieson, bounce. off of a player, and it's going to come down here for the Peterborough Lakers. Ogilvy.
And keep chatting amongst yourselves. I know there's a chat in there right now.
I think they might be locked into the game partner.
I know, chat about your favorite player. It's a good conversation going on.
Page turning around, takes the shot, stopped by Jamieson.
You can text and watch at the same time, can't you?
You can.
I can't. Not going to lie.
Oh, I have ADHD, so I can text, watch, call a game, make a panini at the same time. There's a shot as Tyson Bell took his man in.
Hot wings. That's the one question. What's your favorite wings? You get me hungry. Hot wings. I'll take hot wings.
Give me California Reaper, man.
Oh, man. I'm all about the hot wings.
Bomberry with a shot. That one hit a body and goes into the Peterborough bench. And everybody just trying to settle people down, and it is going to be Chiefs ball. Not much conversation there as
I think cooler heads are going to prevail here.
I think so. Loose ball. Jackson picks it up. He have a hat trick here tonight. Randy Stotts moving in. Had that ball slashed out. Picks it back up. Randy backhand pass looking for Ryan Smith. I think he may have stepped in the crease there.
It's a nice quick stick opportunity. Ryan Smith showing his nimbleness.
He can bring the heater. He can be nimble around the net. Guy knows how to score. Backhand pass, 10 on the shot clock. And it's going to be scooped up the floor. Latrell Harris looking, waiting, shooting, scores! Latrell Harris fakes out Nick Rose, make it 7-4. And a little bit of a meeting of the minds after it.
Remember we were talking in the first period about how the Six Nations Chiefs have to turn it into a bit of a track meet using that transitional play. Exhibit A, Latrell Harris spreading the floor. He's got that warm-up hoodie on. Puts her home by Nick Rose to give the Six Nations Chiefs a 7-4 lead here with 14:15 to go.
Dane Smith will draw the helper. Dane's got a pair of helpers here tonight. And for Latrell Harris, make it goal number 4 on the season. Lost ball, and Tyson Bell took a shot up high, and the whistle's going to be held as the hand is up. Scores! All the attention was between Steve Priolo, Tyson Bell, and Jake Withers, but a goal has just been scored by the Six Nations Chiefs as they came flying up the floor.
There was the replay there as Tyson gets hit in the chops, goes down like a sack of potatoes, but Ryan Smith picks up the ball and tucks her home.
What do they always say? What do they always teach?
Play to the whistle, man.
Play to the whistle.
Play to the whistle.
Six Nations now has scored 4 goals in a row. They're on a 4-goal run to make it 8-4. And the horn has gone. I think those in the penalty box needed just a quick conversation there to figure things out. So it will be Smith with his 25th of the year. Now they're trying for more. Bouncer there from Larson Sundown.
His second of the contest, scored by number 17, Ryan Smith. Unassisted.
And it's going to be an unassisted goal as Ryan Smith has 25.
Don't want to jinx it, but Ryan Smith's 1 goal away from another hattie.
He's been getting the hats to fly all season.
The hat trick machine.
Hasten. Now for Robinson. Shot there from Saras is going to miss. And it's going to go into the Six Nations bench. So again, we talked about this game of back and forth and responses, not much to show for runs. I think Six Nations has been listening to us.
Yep.
They have broken a 4-4 game into an 8-4 game. There's a shot by Dane Smith that's going to be stopped by Rose. The last 4 goals scored by the home side, and they have firmly taken control of this one.
It's an all-important pendulum of momentum.
As John Tavares was up in arms, as was the rest of the coaching staff. They were looking for a penalty, but they're not going to get the call. Twisting around is Page. 3 on the shot clock. They got to get this one on goal. Throws it toward, and Katoni just had it on goal right at the horn.
You know, Dougie Jamieson ate that ball like a chicken wrap on that one. That was beautiful.
Spicy chicken wrap?
I'm going to go Caesar tonight.
Okay.
Caesar chicken wrap.
Josh Byrne with a shot. He hit the goalpost. Into the corner. Lyle Thompson looking around, gets it to Jackson. Byrne. Lots of time to work with here. Randy loses the ball, gets it right back. Getting forced into the boards there by Burkhoff. Now inside, backhand by Smith. He stepped to the crease.
That would have been pretty.
After all that, Lakers will gain possession. 11:30 and change to go. There's a shot stopped by Jamieson. For those wondering, 5 hat tricks on the year for Ryan Smith. A goal away from 6. Lyle Thompson with a shot. That one's deflected wide. Six Nations will be back in action on Saturday. They'll be in Brooklyn. They'll compete at the Iroquois Park Sports Center against BLC. That's at 8 o'clock start on Saturday.
Great double header of lacrosse on
indeed.
Saturday.
Yes, indeed. Another save by Jamieson.
Man, clip that one too. Just that thought. The Brooklyn Merchants are going to host the Six Nations Rivermen in the Ontario Series Lacrosse League game before the Chiefs and BLC go at it.
Inside, and there's a shot stopped. That was Dane Smith looking for an opportunity there as him and Pearson exchange words. In fact, we will actually not be here next week.
Really?
Canada Day is next week. So we will have a week off here from the ILA. Next home game for the Chiefs won't be until July 8th when the Oakville Rock come to town. Their second visit of the season. There's a kick save by Doug Jamieson. Yes, a 3-game road trip for the Chiefs away. It's Saturday in Brooklyn, Saturday, July 5th. Sorry, it's a 2-game road trip. Saturday, July 5th, the Chiefs will be in Meaford, and there's a goal by the Peterborough Lakers.
It's just a nice rip. Look at the replay on this one. Nothing fancy. This was just spicy. This was just spicy fuel on this shot. Just a nice wind up and a shot and beat Dougie. Robinson just fires that one.
Robinson has cracked double digits. 10 goals on the season to make it 8-5. And now there's a conversation happening between the officials here.
Yep. A conversation about who's going to win the Minto this year. I have no idea who's coming out of Ontario. We know the St. Catharines Athletics are going to be hosting in St. Catharines, but it's a toss-up who's going to win or be the other entry in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. It's anyone right now. You got Orangeville, you got Six Nations Arrows, and of course you just can't count out St. Catharines.
So it's an 8-5 game here at the ILA as Robinson breaks the 4-goal run by the Six Nations Chiefs.
Burlington's in the mix too.
Assistant number 27, Braden Saris. McCauley from Saris.
So my apologies. It's actually Braden Saris getting credit with the goal.
Your Six Nations Chiefs next home game.
And McCauley will draw.
July 8 p.m. Ball drop right here.
McCauley will draw the helper. Sorry, McCauley gets the goal. Saris will get the assist. I think I got my bearings straight. It's been a day.
It's been a day. I can't believe you moved in this heat, man.
I can't believe either.
Oh man.
Oh, I can't believe it either, partner. So also, just of note, Braden Saris with 3 assists on the night. 9 minutes to go in a 3-goal game. To the far side. Tate Katoni trying to get around the defense. Takes the shot, stopped, rebound. Tyson Bell is in there, knocks his man down. And the Chiefs will move up with it. By the way, all you need is water and Gatorade, friend.
That's
water,
true.
Gatorade, and find as much shade as you can.
That's true. Just wanted to apologize to the viewers for that first period. We had some stuttering in the broadcast. We had a bad cable. We had a bad HDMI cable on our camera number 1. So a little troubleshooting. Guess what I did during the intermission? Went on Amazon, bought a new one.
There you go. Resiteritz moves in, takes the shot, stopped by Dougie. Resiteritz has started to quiet down here after having a hot first half of this game, scoring 3 goals. This is Dawson Theed. Theed moves in behind, finds Dane Smith, 7 on the shot.
We did say last shot wins. So.
I also said that it seems like the Chiefs were in full control of this game, and hasn't been that way in the last few minutes here, as Peterborough has responded quite firmly.
To be expected.
Absolutely. And now the Chiefs looking for a response. Dane over, passed over, looking for Bomberry. He's got it here. 7 on the shot clock. That one missed. Dane looking, shooting, changed the angle and missed the net. And that'll go into the Peterborough bench.
Well, the Peterborough Lakers, this is the mark of a great champion as well. And the Peterborough Lakers, they're in the mix here. And they're pressing hard.
Resiteritz. Twisting and turning. Moved it over. Shot kicked away by Dougie. Kellen LeClaire will leave it back. Goes off to the bench. Fresh legs on here for the Chiefs. Up by 2. Smith. Now Byrne. Back over to Ryan Smith. Bouncer right through the slot. Right in on goal. Stopped. And that was just more to kill the shot clock, if anything, there by Randy Stotts. Peterborough looking to climb. They're down by 2. Saris. Fresh off the bench there. Saris with a shot, stopped, rebound. It's in the feet. And it'll be picked up here by Bell. Brendan Bomberry, who's got a pair of assists tonight. Shot, that one right in, and that one stung Mitch Ogilvie. Now up the floor come the Lakers. Withers, move in. Good defense there by Kellen LeClaire. Holding Katoni. Now just leave it back here for Resiteritz. Looking for an answer are the Peterborough Lakers. Gilray moving in, takes the shot, stopped. Rebound is going to bounce on goal, and calmly moved up the floor here by the Chiefs.
It is 8-5. I thought I was looking at the scoreboard when I was looking at the mixer, and I threw one down, so that's my bad.
No, it's 8-6, partner.
Is it 8-6?
It is 8-6.
Goal.
Twisting around is Lyle. Inside shot, and just missing it there was Randy. And it goes into the near side half wall, and Josh Byrne filled in his man. Yeah, they just have not put it up on the website as of yet, the 8-6 goal. That was the Holden Catoni ripper.
That was Catoni's goal.
As
good call.
Peterborough has had the last two. Saris for Tate Catoni. That one whipped wide. 2-on-2 developing. Feed into the corner for McKay. For Cody, into the corner. Ryan Smith. Smith looking, taking a look. He had that one hacked away. And now here come the Lakers. This is Colton Armstrong. He's got Smith on him. Now inside, shoulder saved by Dougie Jamieson.
Big.
Mitch Ogilvie robbed there by Jamieson. Now back the other way. Shot stopped. Rebound is scooped up here by the Chiefs.
Two big-time saves by two big-time goaltenders.
Looking to set up again are the Chiefs, and backhand shot there by Ian McKay. He didn't miss that one by much.
Mickey almost had a highlight reel one.
And there goes Nick Rose to the bench. 8-6 is the score. The Lakers looking to cut into this lead. Catoni inside, over. McCulley couldn't get the shot away. And now the Chiefs, and getting held on to there. But here come the Chiefs, and right into the back of the net, Tim Edwards.
The silent assassin, Tim Edwards.
With 1:33 to go, Tim Edwards just iced it.
That just started with great defense. Tim Edwards had Tyson Bell, could have given him an early wedding present, but opted to keep it himself. Some great fans down here doing some dancing. Love it.
A lot of energy here at the ILA. Withers inside shot stopped. So the Edwards goal will be unassisted.
It's a great defense.
93 seconds to go. 9-6 is the score. As the Chiefs are just content to just slow the pace down
Last minute to play in the third
and tie the season series. There goes the shot clock. Chiefs on their way to their 8th win of the season. They started the season 1-1. Saterits gets it over. There's a shot stopped. Good job by Jamieson to hold on. For the Peterborough Lakers, they will be back in action on Thursday as they will host the Cobra Kodiaks at the PMC, the Peterborough Memorial Center, at 8 o'clock. For the Six Nations Chiefs, their next action, as we mentioned before, will be this coming Saturday at the Iroquois Park Sports Center against BLC. The next home game for the Chiefs will be Tuesday, July 8th at 8 o'clock when the Oakville Rock come to town. As the clock runs down here at the ILA, the Six Nations Chiefs take this one by a score of 9-6. Well, Darryl.
Great game.
Yep.
Great game. Both teams came to play. This one was a fun one to watch, and it just, you know what? Joe Resiteritz, what can you say about him? Definitely one of the 3 stars tonight, I would say. Joe Resiteritz was on fire tonight. He was fantastic. And, of course, what can you say about Ryan Smith and Shane Jackson with the hat trick as well?
Yeah, we have
both goaltenders stood on their heads.
Absolutely.
A little bit of everything.
Well, it was slow going in a lot of, back and forth for the first half of this game. Again, this game was tied at 4 at the 11:53 mark of the second period. Six Nations goes on a run of 4 in a row, including 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Made it an 8-4 game. Peterborough made a game of it, scoring a pair of goals. But then the goal from Tim Edwards to ice it with 93 seconds to go in this one. You look at the top scorers in this one. You mentioned it. Shane Jackson with a hat trick. Ian McKay with a pair of goals. Ryan Smith with number 24 and 25 on the year. Joe Resiteritz with a hat trick for the Peterborough Lakers. Holden Catoni with a pair of goals.
Catoni was fantastic as well tonight.
Absolutely. And you add in the goal-scoring touch from Brad McCulley getting in on it as well. A special shout-out, Braden Saras with 3 assists. Also 3 assists on the game for the Six Nations Chiefs. Josh Byrne, he's been picking up apples by the dozen lately, it seems.
And you know what? You got to talk about the goaltenders as well. Nick Rose, Dougie Jamieson, both were outstanding tonight. They had big moments, and they came to play, and they both had big moments, and they really they stood tall tonight, that's for sure.
Well, once again, the final score here from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on a Tuesday night. The Six Nations Chiefs with 9, the Peterborough Lakers 6. We will be back at the ILA on Tuesday, July 8th. The Six Nations Chiefs on the road for a pair of games before that. We will see you then. For Darryl Smart, for everybody else putting us on the air here, my name is Mark Pare, saying so long, and we'll see you next time.